President Bill Clinton is sharing his wisdom in a new 14-part MasterClass series titled President Bill Clinton Teaches Inclusive Leadership. The course promises personal anecdotes from Clinton's lengthy political career and will teach members about conflict resolution, navigating tough decisions, how to lead more effectively, and how to act as agents of change in the world. The former president tells people why he chose to take part.
Well, first of all, I had seen some of the other master classes, and I was always intrigued by how well it was done and the insight I got from, listening to the people who were doing it. And I just thought, well, I have the time to do it now. I think I'll do it. It's interesting. And I must say, I have never worked with a more impressive group of people. They were absolutely wonderful to work with. And they just gave me a chance to say what I think about leadership, at least as I have lived it and experienced it.
As the title suggests, the class will also focus on inclusivity, which President Clinton believes is an integral part of leadership in today's political climate.
What I felt like was that it might be the last chance I would get to tell people why I believe that inclusive tribalism is better than divisive tribalism. That we are living in a curious time today when we know what works better if you're in a position of influence, whether in politics or business or, as I have been for 20 years, in the non-governmental sector. We know it works better to get diverse people together, listen to all of them, and then try to do something that will be empowering to people, that will make life better, that'll make the future better. And we know that in the real world, multiplication and addition works better than division and subtraction.
Throughout the series, President Clinton will share inspiring experiences from his storied career and lessons he learned from the incredible people he met along the way.
Life is short, and it ought to be about empowering people and lifting people up, and it shouldn't be primarily about the politicians. It's just easier if you can turn a three-dimensional human being into a two-dimensional cartoon if that makes the storyline, then you can do that shortly. But it's not what life's about. Life's about filling out figures, not shrinking them. And that's what I learned from, and I talk about this a lot in the master class. What I learned from Mandela and the grief he took from his own supporters for putting his adversaries in his cabinet. Because he was thinking about the future. He was saying, we just got to vote for the first time in 300 years, and there's nothing we can run on our own. We have to reach out to these people and give them a chance to be a part of our common future, because we need their help to run the schools, the banks, the military, you name it, every institution in society. And he understood that. And I think that it's one of the two most important lessons that I've imparted in the MasterClass series.
And if you were wondering how the former president keeps his mind so sharp, the 75-year-old let us in on his daily secret.
I read many years ago that if you did a series of math problems or puzzles every day, it would cut your chances of dementia in half. And now I get up every day and I do a couple of Sudoku puzzles, and I do the spelling bee in the New York Times, which is a lot of fun. And Hillary and I practically celebrate if we get all the words. And we compete with our son-in-law and daughter and our 5-year-old grandson, who, believe it or not, sometimes finds words I miss.